Unfortunately, ladies, we go back to the one that lied, cheated, and or abused us because we have this caring nature and we want to fix folks. Well, 98% of cheaters, liars, and abusers do not change. If you go back, the situation can get worse, or you can end up 6 feet under. I'm going to tell you about a story involving 3 people: Katie, Rob, and Robin. Yes, Robin and Rob met shortly out of high school, a few years out of high school. They wed 3 years later. They had a child shortly after they wed, and they moved into a house together. They start going to church to meet new people, and they met this lady named Katie. Now, Katie befriended Robin, and they become very close. So, Robin and Rob attended church every Sunday, and people were wondering why they attended church so much. I don't know what they thought was going on between Rob and Robin, but they grew so close to Katie, a member of the church, that they welcomed her into their home. Yeah. Let me say that again. They welcomed Katie into their home. Katie was the babysitter for Rob and Robin. And I don't know. I don't know how this happens, but Katie moved in with them. Yeah. Let me say that again. Katie moved in with them. And Robin and Katie were about the same age. So when Robin would go to work, Katie and Rob would mess around, fool around. So when Robin found out, she moved out, divorced Rob. And let me tell you, girl, shortly after Rob and Robin got divorced, he married Katie. He married Katie. I forgot how long they were. Well, I think Rob and Robin were married maybe for about 7, 8 years before they were divorced. I'm not sure how long Katie was involved with the husband. But sooner after he got the divorce, he married Katie. And since Rob and Robin had a small child, they were still involved. They were still seeing each other on the side. Robin and Katie would get into arguments a lot about Rob. Yeah, this is strange. But Rob, he was a hunter. He had several guns in the house. Katie had 2 guns of hers. One was registered Pink 22. And this one night, Katie was fussing at Rob because she saw text messages between Rob and Robin about meeting up that night. So Robin, she eventually moved back in with her mom because things were, getting a little tight, living on her own and taking care of her child. So she eventually moved back in. The night she went and met Rob, she tidied up the kitchen, put the kids to bed, and told her mom she'd be back. Well, lo and behold, Katie showed up at the meeting place. While Rob and Robin were sitting in the car, he said Katie showed up at the meeting place. Her and Robin started arguing. He left the scene while the 2 women were arguing, and he heard the next day that Robin was dead. He said Katie brought her pink gun with her because she read the text messages and she knew where they were meeting and what time. She brought her pink gun with her to murder Robin. So the detectives interviewed Rob and Katie. For some reason, they didn't want to hear what Katie had to say. Like, I guess because they had the pink gun, and Rob told him about the whole threesome thing, 3-way relationship, and he said Katie was real upset. He showed the detectives the text messages from Katie to Rob indicating that she was angry and heated because she was still seeing Robin. So long story short, they didn't believe Katie. You know, they had the evidence, they had her fingerprints, you know, so they locked her up. So Katie was in jail for over a year and a half. So she came into a home where a couple let her in, did Robin dirty, slept with her husband, then married her husband. So she deserves to be in jail. I mean, I don't feel sorry for her. That's her karma. That's her payback for being a snaky bitch. So after 400-something days of her sitting in jail, the detective's secretary came in and told him about a story she heard of cell phone trackers. He said, "Oh, with the towers?" She said, "No, it's a Wi-Fi tracker. You can track a person with their cell phone within 30 meters." So they tracked the cell phone, and they found out it was only Rob at the murder scene. So they released Katie. They dropped the charges, on Katie after a few days, and they arrested Rob. So Rob slept with their church friend, cheated on his wife, married the church friend, still kept cheating with his ex-wife on his current wife, and set his current wife up for murder and murdered his ex-wife. How doggies can you get? Come on now. And then Katie had a chance to tell her story after she was cleared, and she said that the day after Robin was murdered, she confronted him and said, "What did you do?" Because she saw some blood evidence and he was acting nervous and all that. She said, "What do you do?" He said, "I don't know what you're talking about." She's like, "You know damn well what I'm talking about. What did you do?" He grabbed her in a chokehold and threatened her and told her she better keep her damn mouth shut. So she didn't get a chance to tell that because the detectives were so focused on Rob's story and about Katie's jealousy and about the text messages that she was just locked up. So, ladies, I'm telling you this story because I was one of them. When you break up with a cheater and a liar and an abuser, do not go back. Chances are they will get worse because they're thinking, "Oh, if I did all that shit to her and she let me come back, oh, I can do more shit." In this case, Robin, the ex-wife who was cheated on, kept messing around with her ex-husband while he was married to the mistress. The mistress was mad because Rob was messing around with Robin, the ex-wife, and it's just a whole mess. So the mistress ended up in jail, almost for a lifetime, and the ex-wife ended up dead, all over a fucking man. A fucking man who was a dog. Katie knew what she was getting into. She was messing around with a married man. She ended up marrying a married man. And when he did it to her, cheated on her with his ex-wife. So, it took me a long time to learn not to go back to the motherfuckers. Hopefully, this case will inspire you to keep walking and let them motherfuckers be. Until next time. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't fall in to their tears. They're begging. They're pleading. Because most of them are narcissists. And they just want to abuse you. Use you. Do not look back. It's best to be by yourself for years. instead of going back to the ex who abused you.
I'm glad you cheated on me. I'm glad you lied about where you be. Now my life is filled with glee. I'm so glad you cheated